It's cuffing season now. Since we're in that season, you want to wear fragrances that make you feel cozy. That when you snuggle up with your partner, they're like, you smell good. You smell so good. What is that you're wearing? Come closer. What fragrances are those, you may ask? Come back, we'll discuss it. Come back, we'll discuss it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video of Smell Good with Jenna. I'm, of course, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't already, do what you gotta do. Like, comment, follow, subscribe. I'll put everything there. Let's get into it. Like I mentioned in the intro, it's cuffing season. It's cozy season. We're in the midst of it, right? And again, I love this time of the year, not necessarily because it's cold, but it reminds me of Christmas and the holidays are fast approaching, and you just want, it's cold and you want to come home and snuggle up under your covers, watch some holiday movies. And what better way to do that with a loved one? Now, listen, it's okay. We don't all have to have someone, but if you do, these are some of the scents I think is appropriate when you're cuddling up by the fireplace or just in the bed watching movies and enjoying each other's company. And again, if you don't have anyone, you still want to wear stuff that's comforting. So these are some of the fragrances that I'm going to mention that I think you should pick up. Or if you have already, let me know. Let me know in the comments if there's something else that you think is better. But so let's get into it. First up on my list, contrary to belief, is Tom Ford's Vanille Fatale. Now, I don't necessarily associate cozy with Tom Ford fragrances. Tom Ford, I've mentioned this in a couple of other videos, they're mysterious, they're dark to me, they're complex. But something about this I find so sexy and comforting. And the crazy thing about this, I believe vanilla is not even it's not a top or middle note in the fragrance. I believe it's in the base. So the fact that this, when you immediately smell it, the vanilla pushes through, and that's something that we associate with this time of year and comfort and what have you. It just goes to show how different Tom Ford fragrances are, and this is just so inviting to me. You know, man or woman can wear this, and you're definitely going to get interest from others when you wear this. So this is something I would definitely look into wearing for this time of the year, cuffing season. I promise you, your partner is gonna be like, come here. Next up, we have Maison Margiela's Replica by the Fireplace. This alone in the name shows you this is everything that has to do with cuffing, right? I don't have a fireplace. I live in New York, but I've been to hotels with a fireplace, and again, that's very cozy and comforting, and you're with your man. This is everything that depicts. You're by the fireplace, you're snuggled up, it's a cold day, you're just enjoying each other's company. This is absolutely so comforting, and you just smell like it literally says, which I was getting ready to say, chestnuts roasting. And it says burning wood and chestnut. It literally smells like chestnuts are burning, and you're literally sitting by the fireplace. What else could you possibly need in this type of season is something that smells literally like that. You can't go wrong with Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace. Next up, I don't know, this one might be a surprise on the list, but I'm confident that you wear this, your partner is gonna be like, come here, girl. Come here, boy. Parfums de Marley Safanad. This is such a beautiful blast of orange blossom, but however, it dries down into a beautiful vanilla, and just with certain Parfums de Marley's fragrances, I find that they're extremely strong, which I love. I love a fragrance that can project, and you're gonna smell me in my little scent bubble. Safanad, unless you pair it and layer it with certain things, is not necessarily one of their strongest fragrances. So that's why that's a choice for me, that I feel that it's something that you can wear during cuffing season, cozy season, whatever you want to call it. I definitely find this very tamed enough where you smell edible and enough to where, come closer to me, but you're not overpowering and choking out that said person. So I would definitely wear this. I don't think this is one of the more popular fragrances from Parfums de Marley. I could be wrong, but I know we always talk about Delina and Oriana and Valaya, which just came onto the scene, but we gotta give love to our girl Safanad over here. Definitely wear her for this type of season. Next up on this list, if you've seen my fragrance haul video and my reaction, I don't even want it. It's gonna have me in a trance, but let's do it. Oh my God. Every time I sniff this, that's the same reaction I get. Liquid is Imaginaire's Blanc B. Now, this is a strong fragrance. And I know I mentioned with the previous one, Safanad, where I find it soft enough that you can wear it and it won't overpower someone. This is definitely strong. I remember I was washing clothes and I'm like, what is that smells so good? It was this was still lingering on my sweater that I was wearing. This is such a powerhouse that enough sprays, it'll do what it needs to do. This is definitely something that reminds you of sweater weather, right? Just get a nice big old sweater. It's cold. You spray this on and it's so comforting and inviting. This is something you need to wear for this time of the year. Your partner, you thank me later. Thank me later. Don't do too much. Just enough, but thank me later. This, I don't know, whatever happens after that, that's none of my business, but this right here, amazing. Amazing for this time of year. Definitely check out Blanc B. Next up, we have Bond No. 9's Tribeca. This is the definition of cozy. Oh my goodness. Cozy. I did a comparison video between Bond No. 9's New York Nights and Tribeca, because if you haven't seen it, I felt that Tribeca is always talked about more so than New York Nights, and I'm not sure why. They're both very, very good fragrances, and I try to decipher which one I feel was better for what type of situation. I feel like New York Nights is a very gourmand, very fall-like fragrance. Tribeca, on the other hand, something about it, and I've mentioned this in previous video, Tribeca reminds me of New York, where it's a melting pot. So you have all these different things blended together, people and things blended together. This is what this fragrance smells like. Just a nice blend of cacao, caramel, and a couple of other things. Those are the type of notes that are so comforting and cozy, again, for this time of the season. This is what you want to wear. A couple of sprays here and there, and just, again, be snuggled up with your partner or your friends, whoever it is. This is something that you're going to feel so calm, cool, and collected, and just at peace. Definitely check this out. Bond No. 9's Tribeca. Now listen, don't laugh at this, my little size here. I want this actually for Christmas. I felt like I paid enough and bought enough stuff so someone can buy this for me for Christmas. But I feel like presentation is key, so we'll show it here, but don't laugh. Do not laugh at the size. But another fragrance that I feel would be perfect for cuffing season is Born in Roma, Valentino's Born in Roma Intense. You see how tiny this thing is? Man, Sephora gave me, I bought something at Sephora, and one of the things when you're a Rouge Rogue member, whatever, you get a nice little sample. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So this was my sample. So, I mean, I guess you don't have to laugh because essentially it is a sample size, no? Right? I don't know. Look how tiny she is. So cute. But funny enough, when I first smelled this, I was like, can I really justify getting this? I'm a person that I don't necessarily tend to gravitate and get flankers. I feel like it's a redundant purchase for a lot of different fragrances, and it's just like, can you really justify spending all this money for something that smells very similar? Hence the reason why I don't really have the other Born and Roma flankers. So this was no different. When I smelled this, I was like, I can do without. But then sometimes what I tend to do, some of the samples, I circle back just because it's staring at me and I'm looking at it. I'm like, let me smell you again. And then when I smelled her, I was like, oh, the dry down. The dry down is very boozy and vanilla-y. Is that a word? Vanilla-y? Let's go with it. So it definitely made me second guess. Yeah, I actually do want a big bottle of this, but I want it, someone get it for me for Christmas. But yeah, this, I don't know if what like liquor sense is that associated with coziness. I don't know, but definitely the boozy notes in here made it definitely inviting and comforting, and I thought this was perfect for this time of year. Again, it's cold. It's darker than the original Born in Roma, and it just shines so much in colder weather. So that's another one on the list. Born in Roma Intense. Lastly on my list, another fragrance that I find that's perfect for cuffing season, cozy season. I actually don't own it. I don't know if I plan on owning it because although I'm coming around to liking how it smells on me, I don't know if I don't want to get into the habit of, well, everyone is talking about it and said that you should have this. I'm doing my best not to do that, even though for a lot of fragrances that's the case. But Parfums de Marley Altair. Now, this is a beautiful scent, and I heard so many people and women in fragrance influencers talking about this is perfect, it's unisex. But for me, on my skin, it just, the dry down, the spices was a little too much. And now I'm a girl that I will definitely try a fragrance that is a little masculine leaning, but this one I felt it was too masculine on me. Now when it dried down, yes, it was beautiful, but it's not something that I think I can wear on a daily basis. Now, my boyfriend has it, and that smells absolutely amazing on him. It's just the spices, the vanilla, I think it has bourbon in it. I could be wrong, I forget the notes, but everything, I think it's definitely blended well for a man. But again, that doesn't mean as a woman you can't wear it. I find that to be absolutely comforting and perfect for cuffing season. And that's my list. Thank you so much again for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, the whole nine. Comment and let me know what you think. Is these fragrances that you have, am I missing anything? Is it perfect for this time of the year? Let me know. And always remember, the best compliment one can get is that you smell so good.